How fitting is it that in the background right now, I'm sitting here waiting for Time Lost Proto-Drake to spawn so I can get it. Because we're going to be covering a channel, a reactionary channel, that's basically gone from being a pretty good... I used to watch this guy, by the way, HeelVSBabyface, not because of the reactionary politics back when I was a lot more right-leaning, but actually because he made a lot of... like WoW videos and videos just generally about gaming, but mostly I watched his WoW stuff. And over time, I started to notice that he would start to sort of slip in some reactionary comments, reactionary arguments into his videos. And this started to get, a little bit unsettling to me because it's like, well, what the fuck? Like this is kind of fucking dumb. And it was really disappointing. And over time, this dude basically just became no bullshit too. Like, let's go ahead and take a look at his channel right now. We'll go ahead and we'll get rid of this for a second. Let's take a look at his channel really quick. So yeah, as you can see, this is basically now a fucking no bullshit clone. His views actually aren't doing that good since he started doing this. I guess this kind of gamer boy grift doesn't really last and do as well as it used to. But yeah, he's done some stuff about Blizzard. Blizzard announces new Shadowlands release date. So he occasionally does videos like what I would have previously watched about WoW and whatnot. Here's him criticizing Blizzard adding more microtransactions to a game, criticizing, basic outcomes of capitalism, corporations doing whatever they can to make more money. But I imagine this guy would get really mad if he met a socialist. So that's pretty fucking funny. Yeah, no, this guy's become a full-on joke. But we're going to watch this video today, and we're going to respond to it. It's called Bungie Goes Woke. Bet you haven't heard that one before. Introduce Black at Bungie while expansion is boring. I don't know what that's referencing. I guess this has to do with, like, Halo, I assume? I don't know. I don't know what it would be like at Bungie that would cause this. Is Bungie even a thing anymore? Is Bungie even... I thought Bungie isn't a thing anymore. Isn't that why 343 Studios makes Halo now? What is Bungie doing now? I don't know. Listen, all right, we're going to watch the video now. Let's just get right into it. Play! Oh, that's annoying. Come on. Come on. There we go.
Hi, everyone. It's Az here from HeelVSBabyface.
Oh, wait, is this a different kind of Bungie? I was assuming this was the, I was assuming this was the Halo Bungie. Is this like a different... It literally doesn't matter, but I don't know. Destiny? Wait, did Bungie make Destiny? Oh, they make Destiny. Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Okay, it's not April the 1st. This is not an April Fool's joke. And what I'm about to read isn't...
Okay, I'm going to have to call this out right now, okay? This guy is in the WoW community. This guy makes WoW videos, and he didn't take the opportunity to make a reference to, is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke? Now, he's still a fucking idiot. The thing he's complaining about is still a fucking... is still hilariously stupid. But this dude makes videos about Blizzard and WoW and Diablo and stuff, and he didn't make a joke referencing, is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke? Just want to point that out. Very low bar.
Satire or parody. It's legit. I promise you, I'm not mucking about here. This is legit.
Oh God, he's British. Okay, I wanna point something out really quick. I feel like a lot of reactionary types, and they don't have an argument for why something like this is wrong. They'll just like laugh about how it's dumb for like however long it takes to fill out the timer to get to 10 minutes. How long is this video? I want to see. 16 minutes. Okay, cool. At least it's not the shameless like 10 minutes, 12 seconds or whatever. Yeah, just I'm sorry, but just laughing about something doesn't really make it isn't really an argument. It doesn't really perpetuate any ideas about why this is bad. As a matter of fact, it just comes off as you trying to hide the fact that you're triggered about Bungie making a Twitter post in favor of BLM and being anti-racist. It's 8 minutes for videos now. Yeah, but 10 minutes still gets you more. Because you can fit more in there.
This is what happens when you live in an echo chamber, folks. This is what happens when you think your farts smell like roses.
What does he think an echo chamber is, I wonder? I don't think just believing something makes it an echo chamber. Does this guy have any idea? Hold on. This guy is supposed to give... This guy covers news about, like, Blizzard and now Bungie, I guess, and Microsoft and stuff like that. Does this guy think that the people behind Blizzard or behind, like, Bungie or whatever, like Activision, whatever the fuck... I don't know. Okay, I don't give a shit. Does he think that, like, the people behind this, the CEOs and whatnot that make these decisions about marketing and how to make more money, does he think they have, like, an agenda, like a social justice agenda, beyond anything other than make more money? Make more money now? Does he actually think that? No. They aren't living in an echo chamber. They recognize that doing something like this is a good marketing move, because right now we are in the midst of probably one of the biggest civil rights protests in history, and it is now very profitable to market to a demographic that supports these protests, because with BLM and whatnot, the vast majority of Americans do support BLM. Contrary to what these types of people would make you think, the data is out there. The majority of Americans support BLM. So with that said, it is literally economically viable for them. It is their best option to market to that demographic. It's as simple as that. They don't have like an ideological agenda that they're pushing. It's not what's happening here. They aren't in an echo chamber. They're in a make money chamber, basically.
The type of people that you attract, develop, bring, recruit into your company. This is Bungie, Bungie's Twitter. Introducing Black at Bungie. Oh my godsies. Yes.
Okay. All right. That's all. That's all I have to say. My facial expression says everything that needs to be said here.
It's legit. It's real. This tweet came out about 3 a.m. I was fast asleep. And they are gonna discuss now their new Black at Bungie initiative. You can start reading if you want, because I'm just gonna go off on a little tangent. Bungie.
Is he actually just not going to read it? I wonder if he has read it. Let's read it. Let's see if this is as bad as it's made out to be. At Bungie, we want everyone to feel that their identity is welcome. It's one of our core values and manifests in the things we make, in the ways we communicate and interact with our fans, and crucially, in the way we run our studio. Listen, guys, I'm going to hit you all with a hot take. Maybe the individuals working at Bungie, in certain sectors and in studios and in development, maybe they are pretty progressive leaning and are in favor of something like this. But as for the CEOs and all the higher ups that make all these big decisions, their main goal will always be the success of the company. They want every quarter for their report to be positive. They want to see more engagement with their games, and they want to see more sales. They want to see more microtransaction purchases. And the way that you do this is by drumming up positive publicity. And you do that through pandering, essentially, to a popular demographic. Now, you can complain that what they're doing is disingenuous and pandering. I do it all the time. I'm anti-capitalist. It's as simple as that. However, the reason it's wrong isn't because it's them doing a false, diverse, false, woke sort of veneer. That's not why it's bad. The reason it's bad is that they're doing it disingenuously. The people upstairs that are making all these decisions don't really give a fuck about it. At the end of the day, they're just trying to make money. That's what you should be complaining about. The fact that they are manipulating a social justice movement, a civil rights movement, to try to make more money. That's the problem. Not that it is a woke agenda.
They have just released a few days ago, last Thursday, I believe, their latest expansion for Destiny 2. I thought that Destiny 2 was one of the most improved games since they split away from Activision. It seemed that Bungie really kind of knuckled down and cared about what they actually wanted to do with the Destiny 2 franchise. And I could see it in the gameplay. I could see it in the content that they released.
I've never played a Destiny game, by the way. I've never played one. I don't really care all that much about it. Hold on, let's read this, okay? We're going to read this. It means recognizing and welcoming different points of view and lifting up underrepresented voices. This is an ongoing concern and not something that is ever complete. Rather, it's an effort that we strive to improve over time and through input from Bungie employees from all over the company. The latest example of this effort is the introduction of inclusion clubs as part of Bungie culture. Earlier this year, the first inclusion club, Black at Bungie, was formed with the goal of celebrating and uplifting Black employees at the studio, and Black at Bungie Inclusion Club has been on the vanguard of not only setting an example of what inclusion clubs can be for Bungie employees, but also helping to facilitate and navigate vital conversations during a pivotal moment in modern history. Oh, there we go, yeah. Or in modern society, sorry. Yeah, I mean, I don't really see any problem with this. It's a little, like, lib shitty, I'm not gonna lie. Like, listen, this is basically, like, the more female, more black CEOs kind of woke liberal shit. But, I mean, I don't think it's really... God, my nose is so itchy. God, I really do hate that streamer nose itch. I don't know how you get rid of it. I honestly, like, just want to stick some toothpicks or something. Not toothpicks, like a popsicle stick. Like, cover it in like hot wax, shove it into my nose, wait for it to dry, and then rip all of the nose hair out. I feel like that would fix it. You know? I'm gonna do that. Okay? I'm gonna buy some of those little wax beads online. I'm gonna heat them up. I'm gonna get some popsicle sticks. I'm gonna fucking do it. Okay? And I'll do it on stream. I'll probably get a nosebleed because I mean I'll probably rip some skin out or some shit. But you know, if it gets rid of the nose itch, then it's worth it. Okay, it's worth it. Yeah, no, I mean I don't really see this as a problem. The main thing that I would complain about, as I said before, is that this is a corporation trying to profit off of a civil rights movement. One of the biggest and most supported since fucking MLK. But that's not what he's mad about here.
Released the new expansion, the Frozen Wilds or the Frozen Waste, whatever it's called, came out Thursday. I am massively disappointed with this expansion. Massively. First and foremost, a ton of content has been vaulted, has been removed from the game, in an effort to streamline it for some reason.
Who cares? This isn't what the video's about. What do we... Hold on. Come on. Give me...
At least.
Give me with the hot takes.
As a part of it. Another part still cut off. And also the EDZ. They've left that as well. And there's the new Europa. And Europa looks... I think it looks lovely. And is boring as hell. It's just content repeated. I could not believe how repetitive this expansion is proving to be already.
Let's hope that's not how Shadowlands turns out. Like, dude, if you have this is something that I notice. Oh my god, this is something I notice a lot with reactionaries. Okay. Also, it's funny that he's complaining about repetition. While this guy makes anti-SJW videos now, complaining about wokeness in the games industry or movie industry. Or he made a video about Anita Sarkeesian's boob armor tweet the other day, which is to be fair, a really dumb tweet. Maybe we'll talk about it later. I'll give you my based leftist take on it, and we'll check it out. But something I notice is these types of people complain endlessly about the symptoms of capitalism, but never actually acknowledge that it's capitalism. If I asked this dude, like, what do you think of capitalism? What do you think of socialism? He would probably go hard to defend capitalism in this context, of course. And yet he's complaining about just a natural outcome of capitalism now. When you've got these private corporations that are producing a product that want to make money, and the way that they make money is by appealing to the masses through marketing campaigns that would put them in a favorable light with particular groups and demographics, they're going to adopt nowadays a more woke position, at least publicly. While it may be disingenuous, that is still what they're doing. So I don't understand how the human brain can recognize these problems and then say that these corporations that are only there to make money actually have a secret woke agenda that they're trying to push. What do they gain from having a secret woke agenda that they're trying to push? What do they gain from that? Well, what do they get from it? Do they make more money? Or are they all black or something? Are all the CEOs at Bungie black, and they're trying to push the BLM because they're worried they're worried they'll get shot in the street by a cops. They're pushing the BLM agenda. Is that what they think? Fuck no. The people running things at Bungie are, let's be honest, probably rich old white dudes that could give a fuck about BLM, okay? They want to see a little green arrow next to their income every quarter on every quarterly report. That's what they want.
Do something and then you got to do it again and the exact same thing, and then you want to progress something, so you got to do it again. I couldn't believe the repetitive nature of the actual game. So much.
Why didn't you just make a video about Destiny's new fucking expansion then, instead of complaining about this?
Fuming at how boring it is. So, fuck off. Right. Introducing Black at Bungie. Remember, not parody or satire. At Bungie, we want everyone to feel their identity is welcome. It's one of our core values.
Okay, I wonder what his arguments are going to be, but right now I'm getting the opinion. I'm getting the vibe that he's just going to read this on like either I guess it's supposed to be like mocking gay people voice, or it could be like trying to mock the voice of like a black woman, maybe. I can't really tell. It's hard to tell because he's a degenerate Brit bonger. There are some good British people. Listen, the British aren't sending their best. They're sending fucking beans on toast loving, artifact stealing, horrible accent having degenerates, and some of them, I assume, are good people. And TERFs, of course. They do love sending in the TERFs. Now, British, I assume he's just going to read it in like a funny voice, because I doubt he has any arguments for why this is actually a bad thing. And then he's going to complain about it being pandering while neglecting to acknowledge the problem here is capitalism and the profit motive. And then he's going to laugh some more because he doesn't have any arguments. And then he's going to end the video. And then he's going to run a shit ton of mid-roll ads. But I can't tell how many mid-roll ads this is going to get because I have ad block on. So, yeah.
And manifest in the things we make, in the ways we communicate and interact with our fans, and crucially, in the way we run our studio. It means recognizing and welcoming different points of view and lifting up underrepresented voices. No, I'll just stop you right there. You should just be focused on making the best game possible, okay? The best game possible. You are a game studio. You make games.
Oh, shit. This isn't actually what I was expecting. Okay, so I don't know if you're aware of this, but when it comes to game studios, the way that things usually work are you have like different segments of studios, right? Like, for example, you've got like a West Coast area, you might have a studio in another town, you might have a studio in a different country, you might have a bunch of little studios that are like separated all around by like in different towns and different areas, and then you have the employees working there. When you work at a game studio, there's a lot of collaboration that happens between the workers there. You're generally going to become friends with a lot of your workers. There's going to be it's a pretty tight-knit community in game studios. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this. Anyone here with like any background behind like the games industry will know that at least inter-studio, inside of each like individual studio, there's usually like a lot of they communicate a lot. They do like meetings, they coordinate on features being added and whatnot. So when you have essentially a small community inside of a game studio, you don't want it to be a miserable hellscape. What he's advocating here is basically for the game studios at Bungie to be these miserable, life-draining, shit stains of a place, I guess, where you dread going to work every day. You know, there's no fun. You know, that's basically what he's saying here. Just go to work and make good games. I don't think acknowledging that there are societal injustices going on right now, at least in the studio. I'm not talking about like the CEO higher up decisions to pander to like woke demographics in the buyer base or the consumer base. I'm talking right now about like policy and attitude in the studio, like in the building, among the workers and among the managers and whatnot, and like the designers and everything like that, all the people in there. I don't think that them acknowledging that is going to harm the quality of the game. I don't think that's what's going to happen. If anything's going to harm the quality of the game, it's going to be, well, it's going to be either bad direction or them being pushed by shareholders to implement features such as more microtransactions or crunching. How much you want to bet this guy complains about crunches, but now he's saying you should be there focusing on making the best game possible. Fuck this social justice bullshit. Like, I guarantee this guy does the little virtue signal thing, complaining about crunching towards the release of games. I guarantee he does that.
You want to play identity politics, do it in your free time. But if you want to put a product out there for people to purchase that isn't boring and grindy as hell, like your latest expansion, concentrate more on that.
What do you... Wait, does he actually think that does he think that, like, they're diverting significant amounts of resources from making the game good to this, like, club thing? Does he actually believe that? Okay.
Oh, this is an ongoing concern. Why? If it's a concern, it's your company that's making it a concern. As in, the problem is Bungie, not the under... And not...
Yeah, you didn't finish that sentence because you know it makes no fucking sense. Wait, no. You think... Wait, is he implying Bungie is the reason racism exists? What? There's no way he doesn't defend CDPR crunching on 2077. This dude has sending death threats to programmers because no video when I want all over him. Listen, I'm not going to shame him for his appearance. We're not going to do that, okay? But his personality does give me the vibe that he would get mad about like a game getting delayed. But he would also get angry, about like crunching the employees or like the developers for a game studio. Because like if you're somebody in like the gaming industry that does like videos like this, you can't be pro crunching. It's really hard to be pro crunching because while all these people may be in favor of the economic system that incentivizes the crunch time, they won't come out and defend crunch time. It's just too much. Like it's just too bad of a look for them. They won't do it. So yeah, I don't think he would. I don't feel like he would.
Not something that is ever complete. Rather, it's an effort that we strive to improve over time and through input from Bungie employees from all over the company. The latest example of this effort is the introduction of inclusion clubs. Inclusion clubs! As part of Bungie...
Why is that bad? Give me a reason.
Bungie culture. Identity culture. Earlier this year, the first inclusion club, Black at Bungie, was formed, with the goal of celebrating and uplifting black employees at the studio.
Too windy in here to blow rings.
That's racism. That's racism.
Why? Do people watch this shit? How many views does this have? 29,000? Damn, this guy is 252K, and I'm getting more views on him in some of my videos, and I've only got 55K. Damn, channel's dying. Tough scene. God. No, racism is the belief that you are either superior or deserving of more than another race. The idea of trying to fight racism with inclusion is not racist. It's not how racism works. No academic who has or sociologist or anybody who has a strong understanding of what racism is would agree with that. Is it cringy lib shit? Yeah, sure. Is it racism? No.
Because you're doing it based off their color alone. Hello? Do you understand? Do you...
Hey guys, how about this? Let's use an analogy here. I assume this guy is against abortion rights because he's sort of he's a reactionary, so he probably is against like women having the right to like an abortion or whatever. But I've heard this argument a lot. There are like, let's think about this, right? Mostly abortion is considered a women's issue. There are men who can get abortions because trans men exist, of course. But for the most part, abortion tends to be like a women's issue, right? Because it's mostly women that can get pregnant for the most part. Is it sexist to give women the right to an abortion and not most men? By this guy's logic, it would be, because it's based on their gender or sex. By that logic, it would be. No, okay? If there's a problem, and that problem is being faced specifically by a certain group of people, acknowledging the problem and trying to fix it for that group of people does not make you racist, okay? It doesn't. I like how these people get really mad at like social justice warriors or whatever, and that calling everybody racist, and then when they run out of arguments about why something is bad, they'll say, actually, they're the real racists.
Black at Bungie Inclusion Club has been on the vanguard of not only setting an example of what inclusion clubs can be for Bungie employees, but also helping to facilitate and navigate vital conversations during a pivotal moment in modern society. You're a game developer. Just develop games and shut up. You want to play politics? Run for fuck.
Just shut up and make games. There it is. Just shut up and make games. Just dribble. Yeah, it's the same thing with whenever like athletes end up doing like the kneeling during the national anthem or having like any opinion on politics publicly. They say shut up and dribble, shut up and throw, shut up and make games. This is hilarious. You think like, imagine being this against free speech. Come on, my dude. Why are you so anti-free speech?
Fucking office. You want to make video games? Boom. You're at a game studio. Do it. Oh my God. Created and powered by Bungie employees, inclusion clubs, brackets, ICs, end brackets, are groups that exist to connect those of similar cultural backgrounds and those who wish to connect as supportive allies. Segregation!
What? Oh my God. Does this guy know what segregation is? I imagine he doesn't. This guy doesn't know jack shit about history. So there's a difference between having segregation and having like a little club where people who have like similar backgrounds and cultures in common can like come together and like chat it out and meet each other and be friends. So segregation is when you have hardline laws separating particular groups of people, not allowing them to commingle, while this is literally just a club where people can choose to go there when they have some kind of ideological, cultural, or like background-wise similarity in common so that they can like commingle and hang out. That's not what segregation is, you dumb fuck.
So an inclusion club is a segregated area where we can get sycophants that have no idea about how racist this really is, but they're our allies anyway. Unbelievable.
Racist. I'm gonna start using that now. That's a racist.
ICs are also a resource within Bungie. They're there to provide cultural relevant perspectives, advice, and ideas on everything from organizational culture to the products we create. Oh, fuck right off. The concept of
Fuck right off, mate.
inclusion clubs came from the Bungie Diversity Committee, brackets, BDC, end brackets. Why?
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go on a little thing here right now. Hey, guess what? HeelVSBabyface and every dumbfuck reactionary gamer. The gaming industry is going to continue to get more and more progressive. More and more games are going to have non-white or female or gay or trans or non-binary, whatever the fuck leads in their games, because it's going to get more and more both like culturally and financially profitable for them. It's going to keep happening, and you guys are going to keep getting more and more angry, and you're going to keep losing. You're never going to win this little culture war that you're pushing. You're never going to. It'll never be financially profitable to try and pander to your demographic. You guys are a loud minority that complain about shit like this. You're going to lose. It will never be financially profitable to pander to you types of people. Games are going to keep on getting more progressive. Game studios are going to keep on getting more inclusive, if for no other reason than because it's profitable. The money motive will always be in pandering to social justice causes, and that's what's going to keep happening. And you're going to keep getting more and more angry, and you're going to cry, and you're going to cry, and you're going to cry, and eventually there will be no new games that are going to come out that will not conform to what you like to call the social justice warrior agenda or whatever. And you're going to get really, really mad about it. And I'm going to be laughing at you. I'm going to be standing there, and I'm going to point at you, and I'm going to laugh, and it's going to be really, really funny. We're all going to be laughing at you.
Hey, you know, if you didn't make all these stupid committees and clubs and actually concentrated on making content for your goddamn game, maybe your latest expansion wouldn't be a boring grind. I think I've said that already. Which is dedicated.
The new expansion of Destiny is a boring grind for every reason that current WoW is a boring grind, because you want to have it so that as many people play as much as possible, trying to grind out their gear, doing the same thing over and over again, incentivizing them to pay money to shorten the grind because, boom, they're a company, they want to make more money, and because that is what the shareholders want. They want to go with what's safe and repetitive and already works and already gets sales, rather than experimenting and trying something innovative, because that's risky and dangerous. That's capitalism. If you want innovation in games, look at indie companies. Look at companies that don't go for the profit motive off the bat. Listen, say what you want about Notch. Dude's a scumbag. Absolutely. Notch is a piece of shit. But when he made Minecraft, which was innovative as fuck when it came out, it was inspired by some other games, but fuck, there was nothing like Minecraft when Minecraft came out. He was just some dude in his fucking house, in his apartment, just making a game for fun. He wasn't doing it because he thought he was going to get rich or make a shit ton of money, and look what happened. He made what is now currently the most popular game in history. More sales than any game ever, a literal cultural icon of a video game, and it's creative. Now, it's lost a lot of that charm since Microsoft got it, because now it's very corporate. You can kind of look at Minecraft before it was bought by Microsoft and Minecraft now and get a good idea of like what corporate culture does to games when it comes to the profit motive. Like Minecraft, as an example, is now very, very safe. They take a long time to make updates because there's a lot of approval that has to go through. They have a very, they have this like image that they have to uphold, right? Like it took them so long to make a resource better than diamonds, because the idea of diamond being the best thing you can get is such a meme that if they change that, then they're changing a like vital, cultural, recognizable thing about their game. And then when they added a better thing than diamond, it's actually just a modifier for diamond, netherite. You put it on top of the diamond, so it's technically still diamond. With all that said, though, no, the problem you have here is capitalism, once again.
To improving upon Bungie's standards for all matters of diversity and inclusion. While the BDC is dedicated, this is not parody or satire. This is legit. While the BCD is dedicated to addressing broader issues of diversity, inclusion clubs were created to support the goal of specific underrepresented groups and to provide employees with resources and budget that they can use to support the causes that matter to them. Do it in your own time, on your own dime. Okay? And if...
Just shut up and make video games. More video games. Whee! Dude, gamers are fucking hilarious, dude. They really, really are. I'm so glad these people are losing this fucking culture war or whatever. They're just going to keep on getting more and more angry.
What you're saying is you have underrepresentation with your company. Does that mean you, as a company, have purposely gatekept underrepresented people from joining Bungie? In which case, it's a Bungie problem. Or did you just hire the best staff that you could, that you believed would get the job done, and it just so happens that in current day sensibilities, it doesn't tick all the necessary boxes that you want it to tick, so all your colleagues can go, oh, goddamn, oh, you're smart, your fart smells beautiful. Yes, that's because we have a representation ratio of white, 40%, black, 26%, brown, 14%. Oi, oi, oi. Kareem Schumann is a technical dialogue design.
Hey, listen, brown people, 14%. I'm surprised he didn't say black, 13%. That would have been a good meme.
Worker at Destiny 2. He's been involved in a leadership role with Bungie's diversity committee for more than 2 years and is a founding member and leader of the Black at Bungie IC. this
There's literally just not a single argument. This thumb, this actual thumb. I said I wouldn't body shame, but I'm doing it. This actual fucking thumb has yet to make a single argument. There's nothing here. There is not a single argument. Not one. This is phenomenal. This is amazing.
I can't believe this is real. I can't believe this is real. This just reads and sounds like complete parody, like a complete piss take, as it should be.
Ironic considering this video comes off as like a parody as well. You guys remember that video by the guy that got really mad Joker didn't win the Oscar? Or Joker didn't... It was because Parasite won Best Film and Best Foreign Film, and the guy was really mad that Joker didn't win Best Film. Do you remember that? He hadn't even seen Parasite, by the way. Do you guys remember that? It was a while ago, so it's been a bit. Oh. Okay, just a false alarm, okay? My rare scanner will pop up if the fucking mob spawns. You guys remember that? Yeah, the high-pitched voice, dumb hack guy. Yeah. This reminds me of that almost. Maybe not as ridiculous, but a bit like that. And it's funny because some of these videos, some of them kind of give me the vibe, like they kind of give me a vibe like that video, you know? But then I remember, nope, there are people who actually think like this. There are people who are this dumb.
But unfortunately, it's not. That the IC has undertaken in recent months. So let's break it into chunks and look at the things we are good at and that affect us on a daily basis here at our work. What can we be doing better at Bungie? What can we be doing for our peers? What can we be doing in our game and the content that we make and the millions of people around the world who play around the world? Well, tell you what, don't remove content and then actually put some content into your new fucking game. Into your new expansion. That could really do with some content. But you've got bollocks all barely. Absolute bollocks all barely. Unfortunately. Those are things we have control over. In some ways, very directly. In some ways, there's a system in place that have been around for a while, and we need to poke some people and some things to see.
I'm astonished that there are people that watch this and are like, this is the interesting thing, right? I wish this is a thing that you could do with lefty content. It would make my job so much easier. The problem when it comes to leftist content, like what I do, is I have to actually I have to focus really hard on my rhetorical flair, I guess you could say. I have to be able to make like good arguments and educate people to a certain degree and inform them, because like I have to bring people over to my side politically. That's my job. I have to convince people with my arguments, but when it comes to this type of content, you don't have to convince anybody. Most people in the gaming space will just hear the thing that he's reading off and immediately be on his side. He doesn't have to make any arguments. He can just read the thing in a funny voice and then laugh when he thinks something is dumb and then say, shut up and make games. And boom, you've got everybody agrees with you. You know, you got the clapping from the peanut gallery, you know? That is the thing that I relish and wish I could do. But sadly, I have to actually put effort in my content. So it feels bad, man.
If they can be improved. Oh, they. The launch of Black at Bungie preceded in a groundswell in the ongoing discussion around racism, equality, and injustices, both in the United States and elsewhere around the world. Following the, and here we go. Following the tragedies in recent times, Black at Bungie has been an important part in helping to inform and shape the studio's public statements and actions, such as the support of a domestic...
Wait, I like how hold on. Oh shit, we're about to get some good memes. Hold on, I'm gonna let him finish.
Terrorist organization.
Nice! Okay, so here we have him skipping over, you know, you gotta do that. Following the tragedies, then skips over the deaths of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Ahmaud Arbery earlier in 2020. You know, some black people that were killed by the police, you know, like unarmed, non-dangerous or anything like that. You know, George Floyd getting his fucking throat crushed by a cop saying, I can't breathe. Breonna Taylor, who was shot through a fucking door. And then the judge, I think the cop was acquitted, but then he got in trouble for the bullets that flew off into a different apartment and nearly hit somebody else inside. because Brianna's old boyfriend, or was it current boyfriend, I can't remember, was a suspected drug dealer. And then Ahmed Aubrey, who I think was shot while jogging down the street because some dudes thought that he was scouting a place out to break in. I don't fucking know, dude. Oh, nice. We got all 4 people here. We're the ideal camp for Time Lost Proto Drake. We're in now. We're doing it. We're getting Time Lost tonight. Nice. And then he goes on to say Black Lives Matter is a domestic terrorist organization. Good meme. Okay. Yeah, no, I think I know everything about this guy I need to know now.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Did you see what they did over the weekend at a rally? Did you see how they treated old people and veterans and couples that dared to wear something that just showed who they voted for? Did you see that? Do you agree with that? Do you believe that what the... Fuck off. Pig.
Did you see the cops that have been fucking beating the shit out of BLM protesters that are peacefully protesting? The press. You remember that one video that came out a little while ago where the cops were like barreling down the sidewalk, smacking random protesters and journalists that were just sitting there recording shit in the stomach and in the face with riot shields? Do you guys remember that? Or do you remember the line of moms that were just like protecting their kids and the other protesters? They just like linked hands and were standing there in the street and the cops came up and pepper sprayed them? Or that one guy that was all the way across the street and just yelled at some cops and the cops ran over and started beating him with nightsticks, then pulled him into the line of cops and arrested him? Or what about the guy who got fucking shot in the eye with the rubber munitions and lost a fucking eyeball? He was literally just like running around. He wasn't doing anything. It was caught on video. He wasn't attacking any cops. He wasn't destroying anything. He just got fucking shot in the face. And you're talking about BLM protesters being mean to Trump supporters, which, by the way, I'm pretty sure he's referring to the Million MAGA March, more like the 100 MAGA March, but you know how it is, that were literally there with an actual neo-Nazi. Nick Fuentes was there speaking and riling up the crowd, and Nick Fuentes is an actual neo-Nazi. Guys, Holocaust denier, all 9 yards, and cheering about subverting democracy. Yeah, okay, yeah, that sounds like the kind of people this guy would defend.
Pigs. Though the club is only a few months old, the group has been busy. Yeah, it's been busy. Look, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. You can go to the Twitter and finish it off. But now we just get into BLM, domestic terrorism. We're supporting blah blah blah. But I want to read the final paragraph because to me this speaks volumes. I never thought we would see companies making official contributions to the BLM movement, domestic terrorist organization movement, like we did.
I would love to see this guy try to defend that BLM is a domestic terrorist organization, while also, because you know he would do this, while also trying to defend the idea that, the Proud Boys. Do you think this guy thinks the Proud Boys are a domestic terrorist organization? Do you think that's the case? I'd be curious.
For LGBTQ pride in previous years. Aren't we so wonderful?
Okay, this is very cringy. You know something I noticed? As somebody who used to think like this guy, every time I remember that, it makes me cringe. As someone who used to think like this guy, I realized that there's like there's some boundaries that a lot of these people won't really cross, right? So when it comes to being in favor of like LGBT shit, which is something that you can't really publicly come out against when you're doing the sort of like gamer bro grift, because you don't want to be openly homophobic or openly racist. There's a reason why he says BLM is a domestic terrorist organization rather than the message BLM fights for is bad, because that would make him look racist. There's a reason why he doesn't condemn LGBT pride and instead says, or at least implies, oh yeah, LGBT people should have rights, but also if you believe that, then you're just patting yourself on the back and you're a social justice warrior who's full of themselves, right? There's a reason why they keep like this balance, you know? They got to be really, really careful. You'll notice that. You'll notice that they'll do that a lot of the time because there's a certain line that they won't cross.
Oh, look at all the causes that we are pushing out to make sure that you're aware that we're supporting them. Not doing it behind closed doors because we truly believe in them. No, it's got to be out there so people can see how virtuous we are. Oh.
This guy actually uploaded this to the internet. That is... Whew.
Oh, I nearly broke my arm patting myself on the back. But when injustice keeps stacking up eventually it becomes too much for people to ignore. The only injustice is that your latest expansion is boring and shite. Less
Tell that to the shareholders, my dude. They're the ones making the big decisions.
time on your stupid committees, more time on actually making good games, Bungie. That might help. Hope you enjoyed the video.
Okay, I think this is the end of the video. Holy shit. Gamer bros, dude. These gamer bros, it's insane. They claim to understand like the gaming industry and how game development works. This guy doesn't even know that the decisions about the game and these expansions are all passed through shareholders and the people who that make all the big decisions. And their entire motivation is entirely motivated by profit. The people developing the games, the game developers have their own beliefs and everything, and they can do whatever they want. That's what the article is about. When it comes to whether or not the game is bad or repetitive or non-innovative or whatever, you want to blame the shareholders, not the developers. If the idea was like actually really bad, the shareholders wouldn't let it through. The shareholders want safe, repetitive gameplay that will incentivize microtransactions. It's actually really, really embarrassing that this guy put this video out. I'm actually very, very embarrassed for him. But you know how it is. It's the life of a gamer, bro. You know what they say. The life of a gamer, bro. It's sad too. I used to watch this guy's videos for the WoW stuff, but you know how the mighty have fallen. How the mighty have fallen. Alrighty. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. I always appreciate it. Drop a sub if you want to see more from me, and make sure to ring the little bell icon so you actually get notified when I upload or I go live. Down in the description, there's a link to my Discord server. Very good time. We got over 5,000 members. It's a very nice community. We have a good time there. Sometimes you can even talk to me if I do a call-in stream. Also, my Twitter. You guys should follow me on Twitter. I got over, 16,000 followers on Twitter now. It's a pretty good place. You can go ahead and follow my Twitter on the Hell site. And if you've got any spare money sitting around you don't need for anything else and you don't know what you want to do with it, you can always support me on the website, xanderhall.com/live, through donations or subs if you want to. No pressure. Or following me on Patreon or becoming a member on the channel. It's always appreciated. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Have a good one.